It's 4 in the morning. Guess what time it is? It's time to start a new class. 5 more classes to go and I'm a doctor. 5 more. You're literally looking at a doctor. You're not looking at like some other type of piece of shit out there. You know? You're not looking at some slob down the street. Some junkie and shit. So, it's fucking official. 5 more classes. So technically I already started 1, so 4 more classes until I'm a doctor. 4. 4. Ferrari on it. A Benz on it. Or just be a bum. And still bag a billionaire. You know, my girlfriend's actually just Lady Gaga. That's probably my actual girlfriend. Nobody else. Hold on. Let me change my title. So yeah, right now I'm doing the pre-work assignments. Not the pre-work assignments, but downloading the book, setting everything up. Downloading the book, setting everything up, putting everything in the right location, getting ready for tomorrow. Just, download books, looking at what the heck the class is about. And it's about vision, mission, leadership, and the shit that I'm supposed to be a master of when you're a doctor of business administration. And that's how life is. I don't like this color. This color here, this camera makes me look kind of yellow, and it's the most white one. God damn. This shit there. But, I mean, it's probably the yellow hue on the iMac, because it's not 6 a.m. So, we're right now in the process of setting everything up, downloading the books, converting e-publications to PDF, setting up how am I going to start doing the research, and just eyeballing the first shit. We have losses today, gentlemen. Today we wake up with the realization that they stole my microphone again. They stole my mic. They didn't steal the mic, but they did the same exact thing they did last time. The same exact thing. This house has serious problems in terms of what belongs to them and what belongs to me. I don't fuck with their shit. I'm not interested in their shit. At most, I'm eating their Cheez-Its. If there's Cheez-Its or food, I'm eating that. That's it. That's it. Eating. At most. And this house is full of food. This house has food to the rim. About a year ago, at the end of the pandemic lockdown, I said to myself that I needed to buy myself something. And I said, fuck it, I'm gonna buy myself the microphone. So the microphone was $176. So I put maybe like 75% of the money. My mom helped me with like 40, some shit like that. Maybe even less than that, like 25, and I put the rest of the money because I had like $100. So push come to shove, I left it on top of the table. I left it exposed. I didn't take care of it. Oh, alright, so I think that title's fine. I just need to change the let's just chatting, which I left it exposed. I left it where everyone just could see it. I put the box next to the speaker on the back of the table. And to my surprise, they changed the box. They changed the box. I noticed that my microphone has been swapped or replaced by someone else's based on the box, because the box that I bought was black and the microphone box that was there was some other box, some other model of the microphone. And this is real criminal shit. This is petty theft. This is $200 here. $1,000 is grand larceny. Not like larceny. This is petty larceny. This is petty larceny to larceny. This would give someone 2 years in jail. Stealing that. 2 years in jail. $1,000 or more would give someone 3 to 5 years in jail. 3 to 5. 3 to 5 for $1,000 or more. Let's give one, the theft of this microphone would give someone 1 to 2 years in jail. Over $1,000, 2 to 5 years in jail. So, let's change this shit to just chatting. So I realized after I purchased it, after the whole COVID crisis or whatever, the first thing that I bought, when the shelves were empty, there was no peripherals. I wanted to play at home certain things. I went out and bought the mic. I went out and bought the microphone, the fucking flight joystick for X-Plane, and I found the wheel too, and I found everything, and I bought the mic. But the mic was replaced. The mic went from the black box to the old Yeti box. So they swapped my fucking microphone. So I told my mom right there to return it. I'm like, this isn't the mic that I bought. Someone just stole this shit in this house. You have the receipt, take it back, exchange it for a new one. So far, it was fine. I decided after that incident to put everything inside the luggage with key and lock. Everything inside, everything inside the luggage with a combination lock. I have the R Factor Marathon, which was 1, 2, 3 days, that I decided nothing's going to happen. These people are not going to steal my microphone. They're not going to exchange or steal my microphone. I leave the microphone behind the speaker with a cloth on top. Could you believe that they swapped the microphone and put a booger on it? Put a massive fucking snot ball on the microphone. And as I took it back and I was streaming yesterday, I realized that the microphone has a massive snot ball. And I had to check. I had to verify. Because I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. I opened the luggage. I checked the serial in the box from the microphone. I checked the serial in the microphone, and the serials don't match. So they did it again. So that's twice. That's larceny. That's half of a grand larceny. That's 2 years in prison. When convicted, because it's absolute, it's beyond a reasonable doubt. And it's happening in this house. Like it's some joke. It's some joke. And then they want to deny it. They start screaming out there. It's just some type of the things that they do in this house is just to create chaos. To go like, we stole something from him. We're hearing him scream now. And they lack respect. They lack integrity. They probably bought out the cops. And I spoke to my dad, and I called my dad right as that was happening, screaming, wanting to push someone's face through the wall, wanting to knock some fucking teeth out. And I said, if I say something, I lose my shelter. If I fight, I lose my shelter. And he couldn't advise me on doing anything. Stalemate. Or no move. At times I doubt the ability of these people that live here, if they're actually my family or not. Because I don't fuck with their shit. And in my brain, so many things run. Taking their fucking cars and turning them shits on fire. Busting down them fucking windows. Putting flats on their fucking tire. Doing shit like that. Stealing shit from the house and selling it. Sticking money in my pocket that don't belong to me. Doing just bad shit. But I'm not a bad individual. I've learned to respect other people's shit for the sole purpose that when I was a homeless guy, I had very little. The same little that is still here. The same computers. The same amount of things that would allow me to survive, have employment, have education, have communication and entertainment out there. But they don't get it. They don't get it when they attack your personal belongings and consider what's yours theirs. This is coming from people that have pointed guns at me in this house. That have brandished weapons like knives, screwdrivers, in their fits of aggression. And eventually, authorities will be notified and they'll be taken away to their to where they're supposed to go. Because enough is enough. There's something about the people who have extreme psychosis or are American psychos that they think that they could get away with such shit. They think that nothing will happen, that they could scheme murdering someone, that they could scheme being aggressive towards someone in groups, that they could scheme stalking someone state to state. And they know that I'm Lady Gaga's boyfriend. They know that the second I'm out there, they don't want to kick me out because I have a lot of money. And that the second I'm out there, I'm hanging out with fucking top shelf kilogram dealers. Going straight to the gang shit out there. And Lady Gaga's going to be out there. And 50 Cent's going to be out there. And Dr. Dre's going to be out there. And all these people that I've already hung out with are going to be out there. They know because they saw and they were told to get away from me. And in this house, this is what's happening. Slowly, they want to create chaos by make sure something's missing. By moving shit out of place, by replacing something. And the clock is ticking. Because in their head, they don't see themselves doing the wrong thing until those bars close shut. And the judge hits that hammer on that wood, and realizes that they are fucked up. I don't steal nothing from them. I live here, study here, have 3.91 GPA here. I'm not aggressive towards them. I don't scream towards them. I'm not physical towards them. But they like to steal. They like to poke the tiger. They like to poke it. Do things to an individual to see how they react. To then support their position that they are superior and that you are inferior in your moment of panic. When you're freaking out that something happened, they use that against you. They use that to defend their psychosis. After the fact that they stole something from you, again, or vandalize or scratch, etch the shit out of your belongings. Etching, a psychotic trait that they take like a ring or some shit like that, and they scratch shit or poke shit multiple times, vandalizing shit that doesn't belong to them. This is real stuff. Yesterday, I took the memorandum, or the huge document of all the things, or not the huge document of all the things. Approximately 6 to 5 years, maybe even 15 years, in specific shit that they done and added this particular incident again. stealing the same thing again. Stealing the same thing again. I added it again, and that's just, that memorandum, that 25-page document is headed straight to the AG of Bucks County, straight to the fucking AG's office or DA's office of the FBI, because I want nothing to do with them after I leave here. They know who I'm associated with. They know that I'm associated with Dan Hernandez. They know that I'm a future musician, or that I used to be close as fuck to a musician, so I'm technically a musician or a content creator. They know that I'm a doctor. I want nothing to do with them the second I leave this house. I don't want them legally buying to my name if I ever were to leave this place. Because in the past, they have continued to do things that they think that they could get away with. That they think that they could get away with. They think that they could get away by creating panic and saying when I get mad and say shit that I want to fight, want to push people through walls, I want to fight, knock some teeth out, because they're stealing my shit. They're utilizing that, what I say, against their favor, after causing the chaos, after being the problem. And I've caught them being the problems more often than that. Begging for money to the celebrities, getting on their knees, stealing the shit that they give me behind my back, looking to make plans, acting like managers, acting like the managers of a public figure behind my back. And they're not my managers, and they're not my family. Because family doesn't think that what's yours is mine. Family respects real fucking boundaries of what you should do to a family member and what you shouldn't fucking do to a family member. And the second I got famous as hell for skateboarding and bodyboarding, all those barriers were breached. It was no contest. Because they got jealousy, they got envy, they all have the same motive, they have all gotten paid. They have all gotten paid out. They have all had the fun. And they're just there to smear, to put down, to create this negative illusion that he's mentally ill, to do something, to create the illusion that I'm bad, or that I'm retarded, or that I'm a fucking rapist, or that I'm a fucking murderer, or violent, whatever. I'm a doctor. I'm a public figure. And they know how important I am because they want to act like my managers. They want to get the money. They want to act like family members in the right moment. And they think that I forget. They think that I'm going to forget. Each and every single time something gets misplaced. Something gets vandalized. Because they think that they could get away with it. And life shouldn't be like that. Just because they think they got some power together. They are not my family the second I leave this house. The second I leave this house, they are considered enemies. Down to lethal force. Because they're capable of lethal force. When you are defenseless. When you are defenseless. They're capable of utilizing lethal force when you are defenseless, cornered in a room. All together at the same time. They are incapable of seeing themselves in their psychotic trip. In their trip in general. Like if they were on acid or some shit like that. Well, I'm sitting there hanging out with Post Malone, Daniel Hernandez, Lady Gaga, 50 Cent, all these fucking massive fucking celebrities that know me by eyeball. trying to scheme behind the scenes, trying to hide in urban areas and scheme and look around and act like family members, spending a lot of money staying in hotels, wondering if I'm going to make it bigger now, and others supporting them in this bullshit. The reasons why I'm not famous today, the reasons why I'm not successful in anything else today, because they have schemed and look to make money and look to run with the money that don't belong to them. Looking to be my family in the worst scenario possible. And then when they say that they are my family, all they do is take, steal, look for pity, smear, to then bring me back into the shithole to continue doing the same shit, to steal. To see what we could get from him. With this mind, this conscience of theirs, that believe that what's his is mine. And that shit don't work like that. That shit don't work like that. They're pushing a thin thread. They're pushing a thin thread. They're pushing, they have really limited cards to play. And I'm already at I already got the possibility of just beating them to the game just by flopping my cards. Each time poker, the chip poker, that as it goes around the table, you have to pay a greater bet each time the fucking white little circle is on you. I have enough chips now that as that circle goes out, they're gonna run out of money to play the game. They have limited cards. They're not gonna make it big. They're not gonna strike it rich with me anymore. And they're losing their ability to play in the game. That all I need to do is fold my cards, lay back, not let shit slide like Vaseline, all the negative shit they've done. Because eventually they'll need to get up from the table and leave. Or they need to stop focusing on what I do. They won't be able to get in between my life anymore. They won't be able to play the game with their chips because they run out of chips. And at that moment, if you have no chips, you're just a bystander or someone stand the lookout. You gotta leave from the chair. Well, I have all the chips and I could play that entry level bet, a big and small bet in between each card, and I'll continue folding the cards on what they do. Because I have a big brain. I'm not stupid. And they have done too much. Too much. Too much. I'm gonna shut that out and turn on the stream to keep that one. So I have two, and I'll be right back. So it's easy to retrieve.